hello from Los Angeles, directly with Giulia, my friend Giulia Marchetti. Giulia, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are
Giulia,
you?
it's a little bit cold in Los Angeles. How is in Viterbo?
It's cold in Viterbo too. I have to say that, okay, for me it's too cold.
So, Giulia, in Viterbo, my mom, my grandma, and so forth had a secret when it was cold. And the secret is called acqua cotta. But unfortunately, I don't know the recipe. So I asked a friend to help us. So if you forgive me a second, Giulia, I'm gonna bring in Enrico Bagnaia. Enrico, hi, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
And she just arrived. I hope Silvia is gonna be able to get on. Let's see how it goes. Enrico, who is Enrico?
I am Rico. I live in the countryside, in Viterbo countryside, near a famous village, medieval village called Bagnaia, like my name.
Is this the one? This is it, right?
Yeah. This is the Bagnaia Tower. And there is also Villa Lante. You know Villa Lante?
I do, and I think I have another picture. Silvia, hi. Wait a second. Silvia, wait a second for us. We are chit-chatting with Enrico. Okay.
Of course. Good evening to everybody.
Thank you, hello, Silvia. Okay, I think this is Villa Lante, like Rico?
Where there is one of the most, the best Italian garden in Italy.
That is very true. That is very true. Well, Enrico, sorry, I'm going to have to ask you a couple of direct questions. So what do you do for a living?
I run with my wife a typical restaurant in Viterbo. I have two daughters, Aurora and Martina. And
is this the restaurant?
This is the restaurant in the center of Viterbo, near Palazzo Poscia, and we make many typical recipe of Viterbo, like acqua cotta, typical vegetable soup of Viterbo.
Enrico,
you know,
Enrico, I'm gonna ask you. Can you please tell us the recipe?
Yes, of course.
That's nice.
The original recipe was born when the farmers went to the field to work, and they picked up some wild herbs that grew up spontaneously. And when they came back to their homes, they put a pot of water on the fire, and when it started boiling, they add the herbs, and for this reason it take the name cooked water. And
cooked water, that's right.
Yeah. And to complete the recipe, each family added some proteins like eggs or cod, and the sale bread in the bottom. And each season they can make a different soup, because each season grow some wild herbs.
Enrico, if I understand correctly, this is sort of a very poor recipe. Is that right?
Yeah, a really poor recipe. Because they made this soup with only wild herbs and someone added potato or tomato, but is a really poor recipe.
Enrico, I'm gonna read something for you, and I'm gonna translate for our international viewer. Hi to Silvia from Andrea Falco and Julia, obviously. And l'archetto is the top of the typical Viterbo cuisine. Congratulations, Enrico.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you know Andrea? He's a very nice guy. I love the guy. Andrea Falco. Well,
Ciao, Andrea.
Ciao.
Enrico, I sent a lot of tourists to you, and everybody was very happy. So, just a question for you: do you gather mostly to tourists or to Viterbo people?
Both. They come in our restaurant, both Viterbo people and the tourist people.
Actually, I have a little story for you. I met two of my good friends, and they were dressed up like perfect, right? And I said, where are you guys going? Rome, theater, what's going on? And they told me, no, we made the reservation at Archetto tonight, and that's our celebration.
Thank you. We are happy. We are happy.
Well, I thank you for your help and your recipe. I want everybody to know that l'Archetto is always open in Via Safi in Viterbo, and they can come and visit you. And Enrico, thank you very, very, very much for your time. And please go back to your angels, Aurora and Martina.
Thank you too. Thank you too. Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Well, sorry, Silvia, you were busy. You came a little late. And
Yes, I'm sorry, but I finished late working, so
we didn't have a chance to introduce you in the proper way. So, Julia, today we have directly from Bassano, Silvia Eusepi. She is a new friend, as well as she's a very good friend of our collaborator, the mayor of Bassano, Emanuele Maggi. That, by the way, is a very good-looking boy. Hi, Silvia.
that's true. He's handsome.
He's handsome, very good. So, Silvia, tell us, who are you? What's going on?
Okay, so good evening to everybody, because here it is 9:40 p.m. So I'm basically a tour leader. I have been working for many years with cruise ship, and I was working on board. So I had the chance to travel all over the world. And I love tourism. I love Tuscia. I love my land. I love the places where I grew up. And that's why I'm here tonight. So I want people to know the land where I have been living for so many years. And I have been traveling also in the United States, where you are now. So I know what people there look for when they come to Italy. And I'm sure that Tuscia has everything to offer to them. So basically, as I was saying, I'm a tour leader, so I'm working with tourists. I have been working for some years in a tour operator in Rome. So I was preparing the tours, the itineraries. I was working on their bookings. Then I did for a couple of years the same job in New York. I was doing it for the same company that I was working for here in Rome. And after that, unfortunately, due to the COVID, I had to, let's say, I had to take a break from tourism. So now I'm doing something different, but I know that it would be just for a moment.
So, Silvia, I think I will let Julia ask you a few questions, but I want to just follow up for one thing. You said you know what American wants. Can you tell us? What do they want?
I don't want to be, let's say, I don't want to have the word to say I know what they want, but at least I try.
Go for it.
Yes, I know that people want authentic places with authentic people, authentic food. So what they are looking for is something that is related to experiences. They don't want just to go to the Uffizi galleries or to the historical mansion, but what they are looking for is to experience something. And I'm sure that our land, Tuscia, has everything that can make them happy with this. So we have food, we have, as you for sure, as you are telling your people every time you are on this, you are broadcasting here, no?
That is completely true. Julia, is that your impression as well?
Yes, sure. I agree. Totally.
So I don't know anything about the cruises. What's going on the cruises? Are people like, I don't know how to say this, but are they looking for the same things, or is a different crowd?
I would say cruises are just a little taste of everything. You go for a cruise, you have to be you have to know that you are not visiting a place for 100% of the time that you are cruising. You are just having a look around and just to say, okay, I love this place, I want to come back here. This is my impression. Of course, I have been working on board, so for me it was different because I was repeating for months the same itinerary. So I had the chance to go around the same places. And for me, as well as for the rest of the crew, it was like being always on vacation. It's like always holiday. And it's true that we are sleeping on the bottom. We are sleeping on the not on the up level. Yes.
Bottom part. Yeah.
Yes. So
You know how to say Stiva.
Yes, it's different. It's different from the passengers, but you know that just a couple of floors above, it's totally different world. So music, passengers dancing, singing, eating, because you never stop eating on the cruise ships. I gained like 10, 12 kilos when I was on board.
Really? Really?
It's you always have an excuse, you know. It's okay because today we are here in Spain, so we have to try this. Tomorrow we are in Turkey, so we have to try that. You always have an excuse.
Hey, Silvia, it sounds like a lot of fun, huh?
I had, yes, it was 5 years. I spent 5 years on board, and I'm very satisfied. I learned people from every place of the world, crew
How many
or
languages,
passengers.
Silvia? How many languages do you speak?
I speak 4 languages.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
So,
But
Julia, do you have
the
some
basic
questions for
ones.
Silvia?
What? Sorry, I didn't
Julia, do
hear
you have
you.
some question for Silvia?
Oh yeah, many questions actually. So maybe the first one that comes up in my mind: how do you interact, with the world? That is completely different because when you are on board, you are just in an island, in a kind of island, which moves from one country to another country, but you are working, of course, so you are just in this island, and so this island is your country somehow,
Mm-hmm.
So what is your feeling when you are on board and you have to move from one country to another, but living, of course, on a boat?
You actually don't feel it because you just get up one morning and you are in, let's say, you are in the Canary Islands, or the following day you are in Naples, and you don't even realize the movement, because while the ship is cruising, you are working, you are doing your life with your family, because at the end of the day, you work, you live, you eat, you do everything with the same people for months.
Oh,
So
yes.
they become your family. So you enjoy even the journey from one place to the other, and you don't really realize that you are changing places, you are traveling.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I've never done this experience, so I don't know, maybe one day, but I don't know how it works.
You should try,
Yeah.
but I'm sure also that cruise vacations are not for everybody. Many people are more backpacking instead of cruising.
Yeah. So for this reason, I think maybe in the future, not now, but in the
Why
future,
not?
yes, why not? Yeah.
Silvia, I think you are too young.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to deny that, even
So
if that's not
Silvia,
true, of course.
Silvia, if you don't mind, can you tell us where are you from?
Of course, I'm from Bassano Romano,
Holy
which is
mackerel.
a very small town near Viterbo, 35 kilometers from Viterbo.
But it's also very, very close to Rome, right?
Very close to Rome. I would say it's in the middle, more or less, because you spend 40 minutes going either to Rome or Viterbo, approximately.
That's right. So, Silvia, is there something in Bassano that you have to visit? And if you don't do that, it's a sin.
Yes, I would say, first of all, Villa Giustiniano de Scalchi, which is an historic mansion
This
dating
the one?
to. I'm sorry?
Is this the one?
Yes, correct.
Fantastic. Very good.
This is dating to 16th century, and it has been closed for many years, but now tourism has come back here, and many tour guides are bringing people during the weekends to visit this wonderful
This is
mansion.
fantastic. This is
Yes, it really is, because as you can see from the picture, there are many paintings from famous artists from the 16th and 17th century.
Silvia, if you don't mind, I want to show the outside because I think
Of course.
it's similarly fascinating. No, in the very center of the historical center, this gorgeous square. From one side there is Villa Giustiniani, in front there is the county. It's a beautiful, gorgeous spot. And I went to that bar. There is a chair there. I went to the bar, and the people are so much fun. I had a great time. I went for a coffee. 1 hour, chit chat, a lot of fun. So I say hi to them. So, okay, this is the first thing we need to do. Is there something else we have to do in Bassano?
Yes, for those who like nature, I would recommend visiting our Faggeta, which is a forest very particular because the trees that are growing there usually are growing in other natural environments. So it's something unusual, and it is a beautiful place where you can eat, where you can walk, where you can breathe.
That's right. But I'm sorry, I don't have a picture for them, but I know that they are gorgeous. And there is close by the Marturanum Park, right?
Yes,
Gorgeous.
It is the same park.
Yes.
And also one thing I just would like to add, which is the statue of Michelangelo.
Is this the one?
Exactly. This is now in another church, which is not in the historical center, but it is in another high position.
Is he close by or is far away?
It is always in very, very near, but it is approximately 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers from the city center. But you can walk because it's very pleasant to walk in Bassano.
Very good. So I want to show it again as big as I can. Can you tell us something about this fantastic statue?
Yeah, this was the legend who says that it was a mistake by Michelangelo. He didn't like, and that's why he left this statue abandoned, let's say, and now we have it in Bassano. Otherwise, it would have been stolen, I imagine, from other more famous places or museums.
This is amazing. Giulia, did you know?
I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Yes.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Every time I look at this thing, I feel I see Michelangelo, but I'm not expert, and I'm always amazed. I go like, wow, right?
You know why a mistake? Because there is like a spot or something that didn't work while he was sculpting, while he was building this statue. So he really didn't like it. He thought it was bad. You can imagine this one, it was bad.
This is crazy.
Yes.
This is crazy. So, Giulia, when I come to Viterbo, we have to go to Bassano and visit.
Sure.
And
We have to,
Silvia
yeah.
has to take us to the Michelangelo statue because this is fantastic.
Absolutely. It really worth a visit to Bassano.
Oh yeah. So Bassano happens to be the first borgo in Fiore. Well, the three of us know about it, but Silvia, would you like to explain what is Tuscia in Fiore and Bassano in Fiore?
It is an event that will take place in April, and during this event, our medieval historic center will be decorated with flowers, and it's very nice because in Viterbo you already have something like that during San Pellegrino in Fiore, and it's like it's like blooming the spring.
That's right. Hey, Giulia and Silvia, do you guys mind if I pass the video where there is also the mayor of Bassano? I'm already...
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
There is a place called St. Peter's Land, hidden between Rome and Tuscany. A place where you can find amazing landscape, beautiful natural hot springs, amazing castles, lakes, and marvelous gardens called Giardini all'Italiana.
In the last 3,000 years, many people loved and fought for this land. The Romans, the Etruscans, the Longobards, and other people tried to establish here their home.
But the popes have been the real rulers forever. Legendary wines and the best extra virgin olive oil in the world comes from here.
See you
In April 2022,
when the Asian Borghi will dress up by tons of flower for Tuscia in Fiore.
Well, good-looking boys. These mayors are very nice, right?
And very young.
Very young, very much in love with what they do and the passion. I feel it when I'm around them. And Emanuele in particular is great. He's a charming guy, very elegant. He's nice in whatever he does.
It's
the only thing, you should never go to dinner with him because it's impossible to sit down. by the entrance of the restaurant till the table, he has to say hi to 15 people.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
This is another situation similar to yours in the bar, that when you enter, you know when you enter, you don't know when you go out, because it takes 1 hour to take a coffee.
That is true. That is true. That is true. So Giulia, this is a fantastic place. We have to go, and of course we invite everybody to come. So
Yes.
Giulia, you heard from your friend, the one that you visit in Thanksgiving and stuff. Are they coming? Are they coming for Tuscia and Fiore?
Yes, sure they are. And we are just thinking about the itinerary we can do together. And then I had another email from a very nice artist I met in Omaha. Yes, and she wrote an email and she said that she would like to come. And she works in a place where there are many artists, and you can't imagine from outside that in that building there are so many artists and a lot of art, you know, a big exhibition. And she wants to come, and now we are thinking about the best period. And of course, I'm telling her that the best period is in April. So let's see. That's great.
Giulia, remember that every Borgo in Fiore is going to have La Via degli Artisti. It is the Artist Road.
Yes. Oh, yes.
A bunch of people are going to be painting extemporanea and also showing their art. So I am 100% sure that the little square of Bassano, with all the tufo and all the ambient, are going to be fantastic, those two.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, so maybe I can ask Paula to roll up a canvas, you know, so maybe she can show her painting, a couple of paintings, I don't know, so that can be fine, yeah.
Silvia, we are almost done, but one last question. The auntie of the mayor, I believe her name is Marta, is that possible? Sia something, Sia auntie something, but she lives in the very center of the historical center. And so we go there to do some kind of video, actually the video that you guys saw. And I think maybe 6 minutes later, no more, she shows up with some frittelle, something.
Exactly. I think in Bassano we are like this, because also my grandmother, she used to offer us struffoli during Carnival parade. So there were my friends dressed up like Carnival, and she was outside the window with this with this plate of struffoli.
Well, before I let you go, I know you're not pushing for it, but I want to. So in case somebody needs to contact you, you allow me to show this one. So this is, of course, your business card.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
So what is this? Tell us.
I have an Instagram page, which is also a Facebook page called Tusciami. As you can see, the heart, which is around AMI, which is in Italian, love, to love. So it's like a mix of we love Tuscia, I love Tuscia, and it's something related also to our land. So I have this project, which I hope will grow up after this situation with COVID, when everything will start again. This page wants to take Tuscia outside of Tuscia. So this means to let Tuscia know to other people, and hope that tourists will come to our beautiful
Silvia, I made it a little bigger so that they can see the phone. Of course, it's +39, the country code. But there is also info@tusciami.it, as well as www.tusciami.it. I'm always confused from ID and IT, information technology and identification. Right? Okay.
Yeah, so, I'm sorry, I didn't put the country code, but it is.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, Silvia, every time we let our guests go, Giulia and I ask everybody for a last comment or remark, something that you didn't have a chance to say. So please go for it.
Regarding Tuscia or Bassano, what do you prefer?
Either one you prefer. You go for it.
Just one thing that I really hope that people will come to Tuscia in Fiore, because it's a unique event. It's the first time that something similar takes place, and I'm sure that they love it.
Thank you very much. Julia, do you want to have a last comment, a remark?
Yes, actually, I have a proposal for Silvia, because I took many pictures of Bassano and I wanted to write an article, but the reason why I still haven't done yet, because I wanted to write also about a person who is there, and to give it to this article an human perspective, not just telling about the beauty of the village, the nature around. I just wanted to have a person to interview and to write this article. So I would like to ask Silvia if she wants to be part of this article. And so maybe one day I can go to Bassano and we can spend, I don't know, a couple hours together.
Of course, with pleasure. Yes. I'd love it.
Great. Yeah, great. So
I have a request. I have a request. First, both of you guys should take a picture next to the Crocifissione di Michelangelo.
Okay.
So Michelangelo and the Jesus Christ and two angels.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very kind of you.
Great. So thank you, Silvia. We will do that.
With pleasure. So nice to meet you, Julia.
Thank
you, Giulio.
And last comment. Julia is writing for American Magazine. Please keep going. And if anybody wants to say something spectacular about Tuscia, please contact Julia as well. Julia is, like Silvia was saying, Julia focused her life on the human connection. That's Julia's mission in life. And it looks like we are all on the same page. The American look for
yes. Silvia too is absolutely in this human connection field, because you know so many people from around the world with your job, and I'm sure you are still in contact, in touch with some of them.
Yes,
because
I am.
You can, because for such a long time, for 1 month, you stay with them, and you said these beautiful words. You said they are my family for a while, because we stay together. Right? So human connection.
Absolutely.
That is fantastic. And another human connection has been established. Silvia and Julia will do a beautiful tour of Bassano. And let me repeat myself. It is true. Women in Tuscia are this good looking, like this too. It is true. It's not fake. It's true. It's true. So I thank everybody. Julia,
thank you for the opportunity.
Julia, you and I will see each other on next Wednesday. Silvia, it's been a pleasure. Say hi to Emanuele and Yuri, and what's the name of Sernacoli? Tamara for me. And
of course,
I promise I will come to Bassano as soon as I come back to Italy. And to everybody, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Regista, com'è andata oggi?
Bene, benissimo, come sempre. Ci vediamo alla prossima, Giulio.
Dalla Tuscia